After the Small Faces had split up, Ronnie, Kenny and Mac looked around for a new direction. Ronnie Wood was at a loose end at the time too, having just left the Jeff Beck group. He started hanging out with the Small Faces exiles. They got on. After a bit, his mate Rod Stewart, who'd been a singer with the Jeff Beck group, came along to join in the fun, and thus the Small Faces evolved into the Faces. The Faces was not a band built for dreary rehearsal rooms and studios, Ronnie said. The band was meant for the stage. We weren't by any means a musically accomplished outfit. We were sloppy and loose, which took the band naturally in the direction of good time rock and roll. It's a lie about them not being musically accomplished. It takes huge skill to be able to keep together, keep time, and keep standing when you're half pissed. And the only time the Faces weren't half pissed was when they were completely pissed. Big old human pile-ups were a regular feature of the act, Rod said. We used to feel that it hadn't been a particularly good show if we didn't end up lying in a mound in the middle of the stage at the end of it. Everywhere we went, we fell on the floor. Airports, restaurants, hotels, bars. Every gig was like going to a party. The Faces were without doubt the most fun band I was ever in. Or, as Pete Townsend put it, when the Faces came together with Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart, hanging out with them was the best place to be on the planet. By comparison, being in The Who was fucking grim. The party couldn't last forever. After a few years and several hits, Rod's ego started getting on Ronnie's nerves, the same way that Steve's overbearing self-confidence has started to get everybody down. By this time, Ronnie had also got together with Kate, the woman who'd become his second wife, and the two of them shared a very different vision for the future, far away from the Faces, and nothing to do with satin suits and private jets. Within a year, he'd left the Faces and was living in a remote farmhouse on the Welsh border with Kate, 2 children, a selection of livestock, and a huge amount of mud. He attracted an eclectic fraternity of musicians, formed a new band, Slim Chance, and recorded a single, How Come, that went top 20. Things were looking very promising. For the full story, read Any More for Any More, out on the 17th of August 2023.